Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be covering the crypto market asset class as a whole and providing my outlook long term, what I think we are going to be experiencing. And if you guys are new to the channel and you want to show some support, please leave a like and subscribe. So I'm going to be using Bitcoin as my indicator of the general direction of the crypto asset class because time and time again we see Bitcoin leading the market as sort of the king and altcoins follow in its direction. So on my chart right now I have this purple line which represents the 200-week simple moving average. So what it does is it takes the closing price of the last 200 weeks and it averages it together. So if we go back 200 weeks on this chart, then we can see how we are replacing closes in the $6,700 range, more or less, with closes in the $28,000 range. So every week this is going to continue moving up as long as the closing price on the weekly is above these closing prices over in the 6,000s. So it is pretty evident that this moving average is going to continue rising. And one of the things I want to point out is how time and time again throughout history, this 200-week moving average has provided as support at the end of bear markets. So you can see how in January of 2015, that was where we bounced and held as support, and then again in August of 2015 before ultimately kicking off the next bull run. And then similarly in the 2019 bear market capitulation, we saw this hold as support and then again in March of 2020. So I think we can take away from this that this has been proven to be some sort of support in these ultimately very harsh bear markets. So you can see how right now the 200-week moving average is at $21,600. So if we see a move down to this level, then I would consider that to be phenomenal support, not only because of this moving average, but also because we have this support here at $20,000, which was ultimately the top of the previous cycle. And throughout Bitcoin's history, it has never actually retested the prior all-time high of the last cycle. So that if we were to go back down to the low 20s, that would be something completely new. It would be something that has never happened before, and it could be uncharted territory. However, with this long-term moving average providing a support, I do not see a scenario in which we stay below this level for a long time, right? I think if we do make it down to this low $20,000 level, it would be short-lived, similar to these instances where we had a pretty quick bounce off of it. So that is in the event that we go back down to the low 20s. But if we were to hold support at roughly $28,000 and move sideways for several more weeks, then this purple moving average would be continuously moving up. So if we just kind of extend this out a bit, say to September of 2022 or October, you can see how it is moving up, and at this pace, it could reach 28,000 if we were to hold this area as support. So at the current pace of its increase, then we would speculate that if the price were able to hold here and the moving average continues to move up, we could see it hold support at 28,000. But that's if we don't capitulate, which I think there is a reasonable chance that we do capitulate back down to this level. But my point is that if you see price action interacting with this moving average, historically it has been the best time to buy Bitcoin. That's just historical data that you can't exactly argue with, because as you can see, every time it's touched this moving average, it has been one of the best buying opportunities you can get. Will the trend continue? And if we do revisit this moving average, will it provide as another buying indicator? I believe so, guys. I do not see a scenario in which long-term Bitcoin is closing and holding below this moving average. It simply doesn't make sense to me based on historical price action around this moving average, and considering how I believe a lot of people will start to reaccumulate Bitcoin if it is down 70% or so. and holding support at the prior all-time high. So long term, I believe this would provide as some sort of bottom to a bear market, or at the very least, it would provide as support. And if we were to go below this, it would be very short-lived. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy this long-term outlook. And as always, I will see you in the next one.